right?
But you're single that you're not married, but you're single enough. You know what I'm saying?
One is the loneliest number.
Hey,
One is the loneliest number.
So, right, yeah.
Hey, and if it's the wrong one, it said, two can be as bad as one.
That's true. That is so true. So, you guys, we're going to talk about gender wars. And so I thought, how awesome to have an equal, the ladies and the men talk about gender wars. And so y'all audience, please chime in, let us know your thoughts. This is definitely something that can't be done in one conversation because obviously the gender wars have been going on for how long?
Well, I got a question for the ladies, Baz. We're gonna go in.
So why we look at Daddy though?
Yes, it's E bit the apple.
Yep, that's it. Since the apple was bitten. That's right. So why do y'all, either one can chime in, but I want to hear from both of y'all. Why do y'all think the gender wars exist at all? Why are we at odds with each other?
I think first I would say gender wars, I think is going to be perspective. What is the wars between the genders? And I think why it is because I think through time, through the journey of life, things change and evolve. So what one person may find that it's the job of that gender, the next may be like, no, we've evolved. I don't have to sit in the kitchen, cook, clean, raise babies, and be barefoot and pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But I think the war becomes because some people want the traditional, but they also want the current. You know what I'm saying? And they want them both at the same time. And is that possible?
Well,
and then my take, and then we'll jump, is that gender wars, like how you're talking about evolving, I think the reason that is so heightened right now is that people have way too much information. You know what I mean? You can go online and see what this woman's doing, see what this man's doing. And right now, it's marketing. Like dating is not real dating. Back in the day, people really truly look for love. Now, it's marketing. Do you have this house? Do you have this car? How do you prepare your meals? Everything is marketing. We've really lost substance. It's because we have too much information. That's my opinion.
I guess that's why I'm single then, because I ain't marketing. But I'm just saying, So Bass, let's get some male perspective.
Yeah.
Why do you think the gender wars exist at all? Why are we men and women at odds with each other? Well, I see you came prepared.
Well, before I answer, I wrote something down because I really want us to arrive here friends and leave as friends.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, because we are family.
Well, arrive as family and leave as friends.
Okay.
Family fall out.
Yeah.
So
but they're still remain intact with love.
Indeed.
So as we continue to discuss, I'm going to get to your answer, your question. Truth is like a surgery. It hurts, but it heals.
Like that.
A lie is like a painkiller. It gives you instant relief, but it has side effects.
I like that.
So I didn't even know what gender war was. Probably because of my age before I got here, so I had to Google it.
Right.
You know what I had to do.
But what I learned is that we've allowed social media to dictate to us what a man is.
Correct.
What a woman is. In fact, in 1983, I was reading that.
Oh, you went way back.
We allowed hip hop to start calling our women bitches.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
That's true.
So we can only allow people to do. People can only do to us what we allow.
Correct.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. I teach that to kids that are 10 to 13 years old. I tell them every day. We teach people how to treat us.
Right.
Yeah.
I ask them if I curse you out and you don't say nothing, what are you saying? That
It's
it's
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you have to stand on your beliefs. And I think when you're saying that it's like marketing, I look at how people want their lives to be like what they see other people's lives are.
Right.
And if you look at, like you say, marketing or whatnot, people only showing you what they want you to see.
That's right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're not
The best of what they want you to see.
The best of what they want you
Right.
to see. And it's not, you may see somebody here in life like, man, they got it together, they got this, but you didn't see the works of all that.
Right,
You didn't
exactly.
see the works of all that. And when it comes to, like you're saying, gender wars or what we think how we perceive or how we think things should go. Like even dating, I feel like, I think you're free to date. And when you find somebody that you want to spend more time with than somebody else, then you spend time dating that person and getting to know that person.
Right.
That's how I operate, So yes, people say, yeah, I'm single for real single, but you may be single, but you still may be operating in a space to where I want to find love. I want to find somebody I want to spend my life with. And I feel like it shouldn't be something made to be done. It should be authentic to where, you know what, you wake up one day and say, you know what, I've spent more time with this one person because I enjoy their company, and everybody else is going to fire themselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Everybody fire themselves. So when you do find that person, but what people do is they look at what Susie's doing, what Bobby's doing, what June's doing, what Nancy's doing. Well, they're living their life like this, so I need a man that do this, and this.
Exactly.
And I need this. But like I said, and I've told this story, and I'm going to tell it brief, I had a friend who had a friend, group of girls talking, and a young lady was like, hey, you know what, I want a man this tall, I want to make this much money, drive this kind of car, live in this kind of house, and look like this. I said, well, shoot, don't we all? I said, but I had to be realistic, and I said, well, listen, baby, well, I'm not going to say where she worked, but she literally worked at this space. I said, well, where you work at, he ain't going to find you. He ain't going to be looking for you.
Right.
You're not in the type of, you need to be the type of woman that type of man is looking for, and vice versa. And I tell my son that too. Be the type of man for the type of woman that you're looking for. Because if not, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
No, because, the biggest thing is, and I hate it, this high value crap.
Okay,
I hate hearing that.
Yeah.
When
I
you
think
when
that's
you went
next to the
online,
50-50 for me.
Right. Did you go up when you were doing your research? Did you see this whole high value thing? If you're a high value woman, a high value man.
But who set those rules though?
Exactly. Social media. And so like I saw a post earlier today where it said, normalize telling a man that his income doesn't fit your lifestyle. What is your lifestyle? Because again, and so, but on that though, of course you have, and this is another, I saw this thing, and Aaron sent it to me, where they were talking back in the 60s, I think it was about the 60s, and they had some single people talking. And so this is about when, equality and obviously women's rights, and when women started making income, right? And so the black male was saying, y'all women want to castrate us. Well, I was like, wow, that's some harsh words.
Bass and I on the way over here, I shared a song lyric with Bass a couple of weeks ago, and he liked it so much, I think he was writing it down in his book. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about the castration, there's a song by Eddie Kendricks that says, girl, you need to change your mind. But there's a lyric that says, I'm all for women's rights. I just want equal nights.
Right. Yeah.
And
You say the best stuff, I swear.
It's in there.
But I'm saying it's like I should not have to compete with the world to be with you.
That's right.
Especially if I don't mind you dealing with the world. If I don't mind you dealing with the world, then I shouldn't have to compete with it to be with you.
Right.
I just want equal nights. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think that because I didn't ask myself, why do you think the gender war exists? Mm-hmm. But for me, like you said, one part of it is the high value thing, because there are women that are totally interested in how much you make and these other superficial things.
Right.
And while I have been blessed to be in pretty good shape for my age. Mm-hmm. It's not about that. Right. I'm in shape because God blessed me with this, and I want to take care of it. It ain't got nothing to do with me trying to impress nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the other part is that, and I've said this before, men, we have something to do with these gender wars. We do. We have something to do with it. We have some responsibility.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because in my state of mind, and I've said this before, is that, the generation, new generation, old generation, whatever, we're only going to buy what's for sale. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're going to buy what's for sale. We may try to negotiate other things beyond, but we're going to buy what's for sale. Mm-hmm. So, and for me, typically men try to talk. So when the men try to talk to me, what they're selling me on is, I drive this, I make this much money, I'm an accomplished man, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this. So then when it comes to, and not in just women in general, you're selling yourself on the things that you have, not who you are. So when the woman does come to you and have the expectations that, you know, we're going to travel, you're going to pay for this, you're going to have, you know, you're going to buy this and that, you know, why are you mad at her? Because you sold her on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
said
what
I
you
had
sold.
it. I didn't say I was going to spend it.
Right, but that's what you sold her on.
Right.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that.
So you
I
sold
told
her
her I
that.
wasn't going to spend it. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so if you sold her on the things you have instead of,
Yeah, but
you know,
that
how can I
painkiller-
make your heart?
Yeah, that's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
painkiller.
How
Yeah, but that
can-
painkiller-
right, how can I heal
Exactly.
your heart? How can I be there for you? How can we have communication? What can we talk about? How can we talk about something of substance? Because there's a difference between conversation, but having a conversation of substance. Because I've been friends with people who don't know nothing about me, and we've talked for hours. Y'all don't ask nothing about me. You don't know nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? And I pay attention to that when I talk to people. How often you'd ask, you know, what's my favorite color? What do I like? Where do I
Right.
want to go? You know, what are my dreams? What are my aspirations?
Right.
You know, what hurt me when I was a child? How can I get over that? How can you come into my life and make my life easier? You know,
Right.
because I feel like if you come into my life and if you're not making it easier, or if you're not adding to my life, for me, you're automatically subtracting.
Well, see, and going back to what you were saying, and even what Dad was saying, you guys, and people won't take the time to truly do that deep dive to get to know you because most of these people are, again, social media. They feel like there's always something better.
Yes.
So why take the time to really deep dive and have those conversations if there's something better? You know, it's like being on the banana peel. You know, a girl will go, like, hey, Valentine's Day, a girl got on on Facebook, and this guy bought roses, and this guy took you on a trip, and this guy, and she's looking at her boyfriend, I got a card and some body spray. Instead of appreciating the thought, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But she's
right.
now looking at what everybody else
And
did.
you can't do
Right,
that.
right. And even that man who's online saying, dang, my homeboy, he was over here. My girl called me and said she made a home cooked meal. You know,
But if
I'm
they're
saying,
doing the
but
best for you.
doing the
That's
best
your
for
life.
you,
If the
right,
man is
right.
doing what's for me, because do what I like to do. I don't have to do all that for me. I might rather be doing
But
something
that's
else.
you. But the majority,
That's
these
true.
young people who are impressionable, who are going to the internet, see, they don't have encyclopedias like we had to go to. You know what I'm saying? Go for
ABC.
the-
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, so
through,
they get to go to, you know, YouTube University, TikTok University, you know,
Facebook University.
Facebook, you know,
Living
they
other people's
go to
lives.
live through everybody else. So, and then social media is full of people without any type of doctrine trying to tell people how to be in a relationship.
Or they got it online. I
So-
can go get one tomorrow.
So then, Bass it sounds like I'm hearing that these gender wars we're discussing might be slightly age specific.
No,
I don't know if it's
no,
age specific
no.
because
Okay,
I typically date older, and
well, I
trust
was
me.
gonna say, well, okay, because I'm the oldest one in here. I got it in before you did. See,
Yes, yes.
Let me get this gem for free.
Uh-huh.
If you meet a person and that initial, we bow with the eyes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants nothing. Nobody else wants. I get that.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
We sell. I don't know what the time frame is. Let's say 2 months. I'm liking this guy. We killing it. You both need to take the love language test.
I agree.
Because what we're doing, I'm speaking to you the way I think you want me to speak to you.
Right, right.
I'm bringing you red. I don't know your favorite color is blue.
Right.
So let's take the guess game out of it.
That's a good one.
And let him know through his reading and through taking the test, this is who I am.
This is my
I don't
language.
like flowers.
so I'm
Some
uninformed.
people, and some women don't like flowers,
Yeah.
but they don't say anything because that's the norm of what people say. Valentine's comes, they think it's supposed to be this, you know.
Yeah,
But
but,
Kim, we said some women don't like flowers, and Kim went.
Well, I do like
But she has a
flowers for people
comment,
out there in the
though.
streets.
no, she don't like flowers.
But see, that love language would have fixed
right,
that.
right.
But
yeah.
but I'm uninformed now. You know.
Yeah.
So this love language test that you guys seem to all.
We need to post it because I was going to bring it up the other
Oh,
day.
well,
Remember we was talking the other day about
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else?
yeah.
I was going to do the love
Well,
language.
is there a love language test?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
should
see,
take it
I-
on yourself.
Yeah.
I'll post it.
I'm
Yeah, we
uninformed.
should, definitely.
So
'cause-
my
Okay.
last relationship, we took it at the same time.
Is it something that a single person who doesn't have anyone potential.
Everybody takes it. Then you know your love language.
Right.
It'll tell you what your love language
Well,
is.
I pretty much know what mine is.
What is it? What is it?
I mean,
Well, I mean,
What is your love language?
at so many years of age, I would hope you would know what your love language is.
But it can change with the season.
But I'm
That's
saying,
true.
but my love language, first of all, is respect.
Ladies, you listening?
You know that I was verbally abused as a child, and it seems like every woman that I've met, because I've discussed this with you, and I said I was verbally abused as a child, so I'm never going to curse you. Don't do those things to me.
Right.
The first time they get upset, there they go. And so for me, first love language is
Respect.
Is respect.
Right, but the gender war, though, let's put positive. A
What is
man's
respect?
definition of respect can be
Yes.
different,
And
and
a
that's
woman's
the issue.
definition.
And
It is.
It
It
is, though.
definitely is.
That's the
Most
issue.
definitely.
Respect is again by the interpretation.
Okay, let me ask you. I need to ask some questions then. Okay, I need to ask some.
Look up the love languages. That's not a love language.
It's not one of them. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. It's not.
Okay, but I mean, it's mine.
Right,
I don't
yeah,
care.
but-
Well, I'm saying
Yeah,
based on the
yeah,
test,
right, yeah,
it
it's
will
not.
fall, the respect will
It'll
fall
fall
into
under
one.
one.
Right, yeah, but
Okay,
it's not.
but I'm just saying
but
that.
that's
Send it to
not.
us.
Yeah,
I will
and
send
the
it.
thing is too that this, because going back to the statement of men feeling like women are castrating them. Part of the gender wars, this is probably the really big thing, is that because women are educated, are making X amount of dollars. A lot of men are not even making the effort because they feel like this woman or women are not going to take them seriously. So now what you see out there under the gender wars is the male loneliness epidemic, because you have so many men who say, you know what? I'm not even going to try.
Because they don't feel needed.
They don't feel needed. They
feel
won't
needed.
even try to approach a
discussed
woman
that on the way over
because
here.
of that.
That's
Real quickly, remember in 1983, we started using the word bitch.
Yeah.
Not we.
Well, now,
Yeah.
I'm just saying society.
Yeah.
But I like to say that those men who are acting that way are acting like bitches.
Yeah,
Man.
because it's
So
interesting.
many.
Yeah, because like
many bras.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
calling a spade a spade.
But for in everyday life, say you bought a Picasso or a Ming Boss, would you come in the house after work, take a knife and cut your Picasso or slap the Ming Boss off the desk because you had a bad day?
You'd admire it once you come home.
Right. See what that?
Love it,
I need
attention,
the same.
you know?
Because I'm gonna do the
you
same.
need
I'm gonna
affirmation.
admire you every time I walk in that
so
door.
your love language is affirmation.
Affirmation.
So that is yeah.
You know,
so
but-
here's the thing is, but we got to get there.
There's respect. There's
Right.
cherishing in that.
Right, but
What
how
is the
do- but
5
how-
love languages?
Words of affirmation.
words of affirmation,
Physical touch.
physical touch,
Receiving
receiving
gifts.
I don't need
gifts,
gifts.
Quality time.
quality time.
And
There's one more.
I can't see it.
But the issue is that how do we get
service.
access
Okay, there
service?
you go.
Access
But not
service.
the trash without being told to do it.
Say it one more time so people back can hear you.
Exactly. Access service. But the thing is with these gender wars, how do we get to that point? So the issue is that, again, there is this gap because of just the trash and the garbage that is out there, like, one of some video I seen where the girl was like, all he do is work and pay the bills. I'm bored. Right.
Well,
and so,
right, well, right.
so again, but then where is her aunties?
Right, that's
you know,
right,
to
that's
let
right.
her know that, if you have
that-
a man that works and pays the bill to take care of you, why are you bored? Why are you not
Find
in
something to
school?
do.
Find
Get
something
a-
to
get a
do.
activity.
Why are you
You know?
not, just taking care of your home so
Right.
that see,
can
now,
come home and be
I
at
was
peace.
thinking about that earlier. How I think part of this gender wars is because I believe that women have been tricked into, because of this competition of how much you make and everything. I believe that women have been tricked into
Believing that makes you happy.
Right, money does not make
believing
you
that
happy.
being a homemaker is not a valid thing to do. And we've
Right.
and
And if everybody's at home together, who's making the money?
but I'm just saying. Whoever. So
Right.
somebody, let me. Yeah, thank you. Let me reverse that. Somebody being in the home so that they can be there for their children and they can take care of their home, so that the home
A
has
healthy
a
balance. A healthy balance.
a healthy balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that the value of that function has been lost for quite some time. The whole latchkey kid thing, and you can see evidence of the latchkey society in the behavior of the kids that are out here,
Right.
because they weren't nurtured through a critical stage in their life.
And then that goes back to how many people have kids and don't have kids. So you think about the amount of people who have kids. There's a certain bracket of men who are fathering all these kids.
That's
so
true.
you have a lot of people who don't have kids. So, but so the number of children per person, those numbers are way off. I hate to say it, you have the men that are going around saying, "You want a baby? You want a baby? You do. I got you." And it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But again, those latchkey kids are happening because of that reason. We have a lot of single parent households, and I'm not going to just say women, because
It's
there's
not
men
just
out there.
women.
No,
There's
no.
men out there who, hey, you got a kid that you thought that somebody was
I
going
took
to
care of
help
you,
you.
TJ,
Yeah,
with-
you thought somebody was going to help you with that child, and it didn't happen. But again, how do we go back to bringing people together, and how do people become satisfied and not looking for the next
I
next
think
best
it's going to
thing?
come, like to what you said, it's going to come from having those aunties. What do they call I know they call us aunties. What do they
Right.
call the men's? I don't even know what the
OGs?
OGs, okay. So it comes back to having the OGs and the aunties really teaching, because really when I look at it, gender war, what I'm thinking comes to mind is, a lot of women, you've messed up the lane for all of us. Because if a man comes, because I've heard this, man comes and say, well, let me pull your chair out. Oh, you don't need to pull my chair out. I got my chair.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, let me get the door. I don't need you to get my
Look
door. I
at-
got my door.
Look, I don't need to change my tire. I can change my tire myself.
No,
No, I need some help.
when I
So
can
our
say
lanes
that-
are messed up.
And
You
I
know
can
what
say
I'm
this
saying?
because she's family, but Christy was on the podcast recently, and we were talking, and she was talking about how her car broke down, and and the guy wanted to help, and she's so mad. She's telling him, "I don't need your help," and all the blah blah blah.
No, I need help.
I always need help.
And I told her that she cut his nuts off right there at the car.
It's called
That was
taking the masculinity,
castration.
Yeah.
taking the masculinity away from a man. And
Yeah.
I learned that because, and I'll say in my experience, because I have been married before, and then I was not married. So I was put in a position that I did not ask to be put in a position to raise children by myself. So therefore, I had to make choices and decisions and be the person I didn't need to be if I was in a two-parent household.
Right.
Now, it has been challenges when I'm in or building a relationship with somebody, because I got it. Not that I verbally say it, but I just automatically do things because I've always done things.
Right.
So I consciously have to sit back and say, okay, I have a man that
dial it
wants
back.
to do these things for me. Because we had this conversation actually 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, we did.
I have a man who wants to do these things for me. He desires to do these things. And in my mind, like, no, it's okay. No. Then I have to say, no, I always need help.
Right,
I always
exactly.
need somebody. I don't want to know how to do
Right.
nothing.
Because right, go ahead. What you were saying?
I don't want to know how to do
Let
nothing.
me drop a second gem. Being a mature male, not OG.
Not quite as old.
No,
Not quite as old as him.
I didn't say that.
I'm
Being-
just playing.
That's like,
Being
you know what?
being OG.
I'm still standing.
Okay.
One of the things that I've learned is that when that male starts off trying to open that door, and that first time that woman goes there and touch that handle herself, it stops. So at my age, when you stop letting that man do the things that he wants to do for you without you telling him to do it or asking him
That's
to do
right.
it,
I agree.
the moment you tell him I can do that myself, it's gonna stop.
Yeah.
Well, I will say
can
this.
stop.
I will say this: when you're getting to know someone, when you're dating, getting to know someone, you do have those conversations of where you come from, and because where you come from or who you was before does shape who you are at this moment. So I'm a conversationalist. I'm a communicator. So I have that conversation. Hey, this is where I come from. This is how I am. I don't want some of these traits, but some of them just come. And sometimes you have to let me be in my softer space so I can be in my softer space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Open up a space to where I feel in a safe space to allow somebody to come in and allow me to be in my softer side. So it has happened, right?
What does that look like? That
Well,
softer side.
So let me say, for example, I'm using
Yeah, because that's a whole new term, soft girl era.
So,
Yeah,
like I just
that's
explained,
what y'all feel it. What does it
well,
feel
like I
like?
said, so let's just say women, we've raised children, we've made decisions, we've had to get the car done, get the house big, we had to do all
The
that.
house.
So when a man comes in that wants and desires to take that off your plate and do those things, you know, I want to be ready to let you do it. But there's sometimes where automatically, unconsciously, I say, oh, I got it, I'll do it. Or if, let's say, I'm gonna use an example. Let's just say my car breaks down or something like that. Would my first phone call be my dude, or would my first phone call be the mechanic? You know what I'm saying?
Depending
Now,
on where you are. Are you single or are you in a relationship?
I'm saying if I'm building a relationship, if I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
If
just
we're
saying
building,
it's-
and let's say newly in a relationship because I'm still learning how
Mechanic.
to be with this
Keep
person.
it simple, mechanic.
Well,
because it's new.
it may be,
Tell
but
him
if, but,
afterwards what you did
yeah,
so he
but
can
if
tell
this
you
is a
he know
man
how
who's
to
already
do
put
it.
it out there that he's
Oh,
doing
if
things
he's
for
put
me,
it out
that's what I'm
there.
saying. If he's
Gotcha.
putting it out there, like, I
Okay.
want to do these things for you. I want to be this person for you.
Yeah.
You know, I want that to be automatically be my first phone call. You know what I'm
but, see,
saying?
but that goes to but here's the thing.
him to
What-
say
right, but see,
call.
we skipped over that because to me, dating is not a relationship. So if we are dating, then I'm not expecting, you know, and this is me, y'all. I'm not expecting the man to fix my car, to get my hair done, to get my nails done. You know, these are things that I was doing here. And if they offer,
Yeah, not
that's
an
that.
expectation,
Right, it's not an expectation. But
but
there's a
it's
lot
not,
of ladies
right.
out there in the dating phase. That is
They
an
expect it.
expectation. Like, you know, if you met me and I was already doing my hair and my nails and clothing and doing all those things, I'm going to continue to do those things. Dating doesn't automatically mean replacement.
That's right.
And so, you know, because again, if we're going to, and, you know, it's hard to, you know, going biblically, even, you know, when women are going out here and say, well, the man has to take care of her, he has to lead and provide. But there's not.
But you woman got a job too,
The
though.
woman has a job too. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people are taking it too far, where there's not even a dollar amount on that. You know
Well,
what
see,
I'm
the
saying?
thing is, you want him to lead and provide what?
Ex-
You know what I'm saying?
Well-
And what have you inspired? Because I feel like if a man loves you, he's going to. Let me take back, because love is just not just the end all. If a man wants. You want a man to want to do those things for you, not that he has to do.
Right, and
I
that's
feel
the
if you're a
difference.
good woman and a good woman to that man, whatever that good looks like to you, you know, I don't think
Is it good,
he is
good? No.
anything.
the
Whatever
good,
it is
good.
to yeah.
I need her to say
You know,
good 3 times.
The good, right? The good.
Yeah.
But whatever that looks like to you, because I feel like, you know, if a man is loves me and is in love with me and cares about me and prays for me, prays over me, and prays with me, I feel like he'll do anything to make my life easier. I won't have to ask for those things, and I won't have to have the expectations for him to do those things. I'll look up one day and be like, man, this is a lovely life. You know what I'm saying? But when the woman goes in, okay, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you make this much money? Now, granted, I mean, I'm at an age to where, I'll be honest, I don't want to date nobody that's on the corner and ain't got nothing. God gonna really have to talk to me like, this is the man for you, baby.
Yeah.
He really is.
He really is.
He really is.
He said, you know, Lord, I need something.
right.
I don't be saying Charlie call and talk to
I
him.
know, right? It's okay. He don't have no driver's license, baby. You can drive.
okay.
You know,
Talk to him,
It's okay. He don't have no plate.
But I want to bring this gender wars down to what I think is the base, because I think that we have
There's levels to
we have
this.
danced around to what I think is a major issue. I for years I have heard people say, he doesn't make me happy anymore. She doesn't make me happy anymore. Now, I
love that you said that.
Can we agree that in the English language a verb denotes action? We can okay. And can we agree that the word make is a verb? Okay, so you with me?
Well, yeah.
Okay, make is a verb.
It does.
I think in the context.
It's a verb. Period. Make is a
Right,
verb.
right.
So now, if I can make you happy, who's controlling your happiness? You or me?
You.
Okay. Now, see, here we go. It's not my job to make you happy.
See, and I kinda
wait,
like
let me
different.
finish.
I
It's
differ
my
on that.
job to make me happy.
Right.
It is your job to make you happy, and then we
right,
share
and
the
I'm
happiness.
and I'm gonna agree with you because here's the thing, because it's our job to find joy in
Right.
what it is that we're
Joy-
doing.
joy is
and
from
so joy is from the Lord. So
Yeah.
if you find joy in what it is you're doing, then you will be happy. So you have to find joy first. I know that sounds stupid.
now let me-
and this
now-
is
now let me
backwards.
say the other side.
I don't agree that somebody can't make you happy. I do agree that you are the sole provider of your happiness internally, but I do believe somebody can bring happiness to your life.
Somebody can
Only,
bring-
only if you find joy, though.
Well, if you find joy
in your situation.
I mean, every day ain't gonna be joy.
That's not
Right,
right, but you have to
can
strive
I
to look for
can I
it.
contribute to your happiness?
Yes.
You
Sure,
can contribute to my
that-
joy.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
You can
that's
contribute to my
that's
joy,
different.
not
That
my
means
happiness.
making you happy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but we got to be clear that you can contribute to my joy because we know that we make one another
Right.
happy or whatever. That is our job. But you can contribute to my joy. Is that for me to be happy? So
Right.
if you bring me flowers, it's a joyful occasion.
and I
You
can see
understand
how
what I'm saying?
you're
So you're
doing those
breaking it
two.
down. So if you wash my car, that's a joyful occasion.
Well, that
If you
makes me
bring-
happy.
Right, but because that's a joyful situation, it does make you know what I'm saying. Because
I don't know if I get joy, but it's happy.
Right, but it makes you happy because it's joy. Somebody,
Okay.
so
So-
it's that breakdown.
So can somebody make you unhappy? Can they make you sad and hurt your feelings?
Well,
They're supposed
Because
to.
if there's a,
Yeah,
okay,
they
so
can-
if there's
well,
an
right.
opposite. If that's an opposite.
Well, I was about to say, let me qualify that though, because I can't control anything that happens around me in the universe. The one thing that I do have control of is how I respond to it.
correct. I
So
agree.
so then yes, you can momentarily hurt my feelings until the moment that I realize that I have given you the power to hurt my feelings.
Right.
And then it's up to me to rein that back in so that I can function.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds easier said than done.
Right,
It
because
is. I'm
because
not
it's the
saying that's
glass
what
It's
it's
half
called,
full.
it's called
Yeah.
some people know how to what is it? Push your buttons. They know how to. They know
That
how to do
red
that.
button.
But
Yeah.
if I'm around, and again, these are just stuff that I discuss with these kids. If I'm around a button pusher, then I need to move around.
Correct.
You know, that's plain and simple. If I'm around a button pusher, I need to move around. And I gotta get Bass in here because his face has just been he has been contemplating.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm sorry.
Right. So what do you believe about
Happiness.
happiness
About
or
somebody
joy?
making you
joy,
happier.
happy. You know, how did that go? Do you, that compartmentalizing that?
I say go check the mailbox.
Ah!
I remember I was in a relationship and I went to my grandfather and I was telling him, our business.
Yeah.
And he let me get it all out. And he said, come on, boy, let's go check the mailbox. And so we went to the mailbox and he said, grab that mail. And he said, what do you see? I see your name. I see Big Mama's name. He said, damn it, that's the only two opinions that count.
Oh,
There you go.
message.
Yeah. Message
So,
for real.
I think this gender war, like I said, initiated through social media. So we lost our flavor from family reunions and things we did
exactly.
to stay together, and now we're in this position,
Yeah.
and now we need to be deciding what are we going to do because
To lock
like we
in.
said, we control
Yeah.
the outcome.
Yeah, and I got to go back to what you said, Kimmy. You said I need to be in a safe space to give that
Yeah, you need
person.
you need
That
to catch
emotional,
up,
that
man.
internally,
That's
all of that right
Erica.
there.
and I see. I feel like that's my job.
Well,
See what I'm
right,
saying?
but a lot of
Not
men
to
don't
make you happy,
provide
but
that,
it is
though.
my job to give you a safe space
I
so that
agree.
you can be a queen, so that you can be the
So
person.
you can find joy in your
you know, right?
environment.
You know what I'm saying?
We got
I'm
you,
supposed
Joy.
to make sure you have a safe space.
Joy.
Because that's to me that's part of being a man. I'm supposed to make sure you have a safe space.
And
That's
that's
to protect.
and for a woman, you know, because I've been a woman a long time.
Grown woman, I might add.
Y'all making me feel real old now. I'm talking about grown.
been a woman for a long
Wait
time,
minute.
but-
If you're grown,
Wait, no, grown, okay?
But I'll
means
say,
I'm ancient.
you know, a lot, and I'll say this: I don't think, you know, although as a woman, as I stand here, I don't think where we are today, when it comes to the gender wars or how we perceive or think things should be, is all the man's fault. I really don't. I think a lot of times, in the positive or negative, it's just a woman too. Because for me, I feel like, you know, behind every good man, and I use the word very lightly, behind, guys, is a good woman. And I feel like, you know, you think that, you know, he's only going to be as best he can be if he has a good woman pushing and driving and believing in him, right?
And I'm looking for that, 'cause
when
I-
you have all of that, any man I get with gonna be a better man because he with me.
Give me some.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because
Right.
seriously,
And I feel that.
That's for me. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. I hate to borrow from movies, but you know, but I
you
do.
do.
But
yeah, pretty much.
I say what I do.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but I'm looking for a woman to
Do
complete
and
me.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Really. You know, I'm not looking to because
But you're looking for somebody to complete you because you understand the dynamic, you know. And people are looking for puzzles right now. They're looking for a piece for this and a piece for that
somewhere else.
Right? Yeah,
You in the wrong puzzle box. These puzzles don't even go together.
Right. And that's the issue. That's part of it. You know, they want somebody like this. They want somebody, and so that's why you have side pieces, main pieces. You know, a 2-piece and a biscuit.
2 pieces and biscuit.
Yeah. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
14th for wives.
Right, exactly. So why do we have that? Because people are so used to saying, okay, you know what? There's always something better. So I can have someone to serve this purpose. I can have someone to serve this purpose. And we're not talking about, you know, this is not things that we need. Like, okay, you're not going to go to your barber and tell him, hey,
can you build me a house?
Right, yeah. So that's why you find that helpmate, you know, that person is going to go back to completion. You know, people forgot what completion is. And for some reason in today's world, completion means settling. And you're not settling, you know.
But you can get all of those things in that one person if you put the work in.
If you put the work in. If you find joy.
Well, find joy, but I feel like
that.
when you're meeting somebody, this is me, and I have something to say about what you said before, but this is me. When you meet somebody and you're getting to know somebody and you're dating and, you know, all that good stuff, I don't feel like that should be hard to do. Yeah. It shouldn't be hard to have conversation. It shouldn't be hard to get to know someone. Right. It shouldn't be a whole bunch of extra hard stuff. But once you become to where you built a relationship,
right.
Sometimes it is hard and sometimes it takes work. Not sometimes, it always takes work.
It always takes work.
I want to put the work in to keep in my relationship versus trying to build one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I have to fight this hard in the beginning, I ain't gonna have no more fight in me to keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man, I'm
Right.
good. Tap me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, what's the difference between dating and a relationship to you?
Well, on any ship,
Hey,
relationship,
I use it all the time.
partnership, you know, friendship,
Friendship.
courtship, there has to be benefits for everybody that's on the ship.
And in the
so-
old days when you wasn't benefiting, they threw you off the ship.
Well, because that ship's supposed to take you what? Take you places.
you somewhere.
When that ship stop taking you places, you need to abort ship. Abort.
Yep.
Right.
Hey,
Jump ship. So,
Yes.
how do you establish the ships in your tenure? Because, you know, I'm just saying, you got a little grace, so, you know, I think you have a little
hey,
experience.
so you gonna get the old jokes around here all the time.
You know we don't hold no bars. Don't put us together, Alpha.
I'll be the OG. I'll be the unc. So what Unc gonna do? You know,
Tell us about the ships.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that, you know, she's good on the eyes.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I can work with.
Yeah.
And then after a few days, we're gonna have to take the love language because I don't want to waste my time.
That's good.
I
Yeah.
don't want to waste my money, and I don't
Right.
want to waste my energy.
There you go.
We gonna have to, but I
We still got 5 minutes
somebody
left.
said the word better a minute ago. Was that?
No, I think that may have been making
was
you
that
better.
and him
I
that
think that was a
said better?
Kenny.
I that stuck because if the brakes on your car are bad and you get them fixed, they're better, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then they wear down and they ain't better. So better gets people in trouble looking for better because better is relative. Is what
It
I'm
is.
saying.
It is.
Right.
And it's not forever.
It's not forever. No, better is something that is better now. But
Right.
you know, I just
It doesn't
spent
last.
$1,700 on my car, and now I got to get the front brakes fixed. It ain't better.
It's that pain
You know,
too.
better for
Right,
2
right,
days.
better for 2 days.
2 days.
You know, but I'm
That's
just,
called maintenance, you know. So
but
everything,
maintenance
yeah.
makes things better.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You know.
But I guess when I put it in, and I know we got a couple minutes, when I put in perspective of better, I mean, like you saying, taking the test early in the relationship, I think is an excellent idea. I think it's wonderful. But I do feel like having a conversation, like when people go on dates, they want to go to all these extravagant places. Let's go to, the comedy show. Go somewhere where you can sit
down
and you can
and
talk, where you can
Thank you.
conversate.
Yeah, we go to
Because
Brahms,
when you
have a
get to
banana
know where
split
I'm
and
from,
split it.
then
Yeah,
you get to know who I
exactly,
am.
yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
If I get to
intimate.
know where
Yeah,
you
that's
from,
intimate,
I
yeah.
get to know who you are.
Right.
And then also knowing where I'm from and where I come from and what I've been through and things of that nature, you know how to react to the things that I may overreact to.
And how to present
And
myself to
right.
you.
And it's like, you know what, me saying this means something to her. I don't understand
Right.
the big deal, but I understand She didn't grow up with a father. She raised kids. She could have did this and could have did that. Now I understand how to perceive and how to interact with her.
Right.
Or vice versa.
That's very true. Very true. So I'm just going to throw this out there because it just popped in my head. But because we're definitely got to end closing. I think what we didn't get to, and probably what we can maybe talk about another time.
Can we do this? Can we do this again?
Because I think friendship is where you establish. Oh, we like strawberries, or we like this type of food. That's friendship, okay? Yes. But then when we start dating, we have to dive deeper than commonalities, right?
Because so we have to go back. When do you come from friendship to dating?
Yeah, because
to relationship?
Because dating now that's when we're gonna have those conversations. That's when we're getting to know. That's when we have those conversations that maybe are uneasy, because we have to see if we want to get to a relationship.
Most people skip the first two.
They skip the first two. So it's so important to have a friendship first, and then date, and then make your way to the relationship.
Okay, yeah. But even at the friendship stage, and I told both of y'all, I asked somebody this recently. Even at the friendship stage, I have to be able to look at you and say, okay, we're friends now, but I can visualize you as something more. If you can't visualize me as something more, then let it go. Don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? I just said this.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I do too.
You got to be able to see me as more. I don't have to be more right now, but you got to be able to see me as more.
But the issue is that's the problem, because everybody looks for more online instead of finding it within.
And I think when you say more, I think they're looking for specifics. They're looking for, and I don't want to put it like this. They're looking for the Barbie and Ken lifestyle, right? When that doesn't really exist per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look for the lifestyle that's for you. Because like they say, you're trying to live like the Joneses. Don't live like the Joneses. Live like what works for you and yours.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people say rich is $1 billion, $1 trillion, but rich could be whatever makes it work for your household.
Right.
It's not like me. I don't have a number of what rich feels like for me.
Right.
I just want to be comfortable and have more than enough.
And you can be rich in some things.
That's right.
I'm not rich in money. My health, I'm pretty rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and I realize that. So there are areas that you can be very wealthy in, and you can use that energy to help other areas.
And I'll end on this, and this last thing I'll say is, I remember my pastor, saying at one time, if you wake up every morning, and I guess this could be relevant, this is when I was married, for a married couple, but I think this could be relevant for a spouse, especially if you're trying to build something to make something, build a future with that person. If you wake up every morning and first, you pray and do, meditation, whatever it is you do, and say, what is at a minimum one thing I can do to put a smile on my spouse's face today? I think life makes it much easier, no matter what you've gone through the night before. But what can I do that I know that he's going to like today? If you wake up with that in mind, just one at a minimum. Not saying you can't do more, guys. But at a minimum, what is one thing I can do today?
I'm down with that, because I want to do whatever I can do so that when I walk in the door, you smile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so we got to wrap it up. So we're going to wrap it up by always saying you have to love yourself so you can love somebody else.
That's right.
And we're going to continue that.
Yes. Now, can I get?
Sheet outside.
Can we do this? Can we continue this?
We can.
Okay.
Yes. I'm on.
All right.
For it.
Okay. So y'all heard the commitment. We're going to continue this, because I think this is going somewhere. But we don't have to go home. We've got to get the hell out of here.
Yes, we do.
So
my glass empty anyway, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I know.
my glass empty too. So anyway, this is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. Thank you, TikTok family. Thank you, Facebook family. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We love you. We appreciate you, and we will be back next Wednesday. And she already said to love yourself, because if you do, it'll be easier to love somebody else. Bass, thank you for Kimmy. Thank you.
Conversation and communication.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we will see you again. And until next week, love yourself and take care.
That's
Bye,
right.
y'all.
Hey, this is Charlie.
This is JR.
Host of Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. Broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in.